Welcome once again. Today we are going to do something concerning with VBA macros. We are going to create a simple GUI, the Geographical User Interface, from Excel Developer tab. When you look at the ribbon of this sheet, you'll find that we have the file, home, insert, page layout, formula, data, review, view, automate, developer, help, and then pivot table. So we are going to deal with the developer. Some Excels, when you open it, you see that the developer tab is not there. So we are going to first know how to add the developer tab on the ribbon. First and foremost, you come and click on file. On file, you come to more options. Here on options, so you'll see this will be popped to you, and then you come to customize ribbon. On this side, the main tabs, when you scroll down here, you'll see the developer option. You may find that it's not checked, so here you will need to check this developer action so that it's added on your ribbon. Then you click on OK to add the developer on your ribbon. What are things that are associated with the developer tab? On the developer, you come to realize that we have a Visual Basic, macros, and also the controls. The code tab, you'll see the code, the add-in, controls, and so basically we are going to deal with the code and some controls. We are going to create a simple user interface. For instance, we are going to create a user, something like a login page. So what are the components of a login page? If I'm to ask, let's increase the font. Let's increase a little bit. Okay. We're going to create a login page. In a login, we have what we call username. We also have user password. But here in most cases we will use it just as password. Then also the button. So we are going to create a simple form concerning these two. So a login page or a login form, and we are going to put this. And remember, in this, that means we have to add the text box. So how would you get this? When you look at here on controls, you'll see that you have most of the things I've listed here. For example, you do have the command button. This is the button. Still you have the combo box. You have the checkbox, the spin button. You have the list box, the radio button. So you have also the group box. You have the label. Actually, we shall also use the labels here. We shall use the labels because we shall need to write the logins in the on the labels. Yes, labels. Yes, so these are the things we are going to use basically. So let's try to dive in and create a simple login form. All right, here we come and click on our Visual Basics. All those who are familiar with Visual Basics, you come to realize that this interface is not new to you. Visual Basics 2010, Visual Basics 2013, this interface is not so new, though the other one looks somehow modified, but here the interface is not so new. In case you don't just click there, let me first close that. In case you don't click on Visual Basics, you can come here under sheet, the tab sheet. On the sheet you will see view code. That means we are going to view the code. Still it will come the way it appeared at first. So we are going to create our login form. We are going to first create a login form. We shall continue updating it with time, adding more codes in it, capturing some data. We shall go together and see everything the way it moves. First and foremost, we have on this form, we have the file, we have the edit, we have the view, we have the insert, format, the debug, run, tools, the ads, the add-in manager, window, help. So that means we are going to insert a form because we are going to create a simple login form. So you insert a user form. So this is what you are going to see on the user form. Immediately the user form will show you also that toolbox will come here. So let me expand it a little bit. Okay, something like that. So this is a user form, just the way you see user form. So we are going to do something with it. Let me first run it for you and see the way it will appear. When I click here on the run button, you see, so this is the form we have created. This is the form. So let me go back and we do some modification there. You want to modify this form. You right click and then go to properties, and the property window will be shown. These are the property window. So on the form you can decide to give it a name in case you want, but for me I don't want to give it a name. I want to leave it there. Oh, by the way, let me give it login. Yes, just the name login. You see, so I've just named it login because you are creating a simple login form. Here the caption name, what you see here, we are going to remove it. We don't need it as of now, so we leave our form that way. We can change the background. We give it a good color. We have the system. These are the colors. We have the colors on the system, but in case your desired color is not there, you can come and check on this side and then select the color you feel like. So if I like that, yeah, let me go with that. Yeah. So you can just change any color you want. For me, I want to go with that. That's the color I want to use. You can change the border color. black. Let me give it that color, the border. So you can do anything. You can change the background using the properties. So when I run this, that's the way it looks like. Yes. Let me close it. Okay. So we are going to put a label. What are we going to use the labels for? We are going to write our statements in a label. This is the label. You click on it, and then you come click in our file, in our form. Let me give this a heading, our form a heading. Now, like for instance, you give it a caption name. A caption name, user login form. Yes. I change the font style. The font style, I want it to be bold. Yes. Increase the font, font size. Should I continue with Tahoma? You can change to New Romans, Gotham, any font you want. You can get it here and then use it. It depends on the style you want. You can still use that. Any font you want, you can get it here. So let me use Times New Roman 40. So that is it. The size, you can adjust the size. You can adjust the size a little. Okay. Then you can still position the word or the heading anywhere you want. You can position it. You can change the text, the for color. For instance, let me change and I use. Is that good? No. Let me use this. Yes. You can give that as your color. Okay. Then I also put another label. How many labels do I need? I need like 2 labels. So I can copy this still and again paste it. See, I need more 2 labels. As we said that let me first change this caption name. I give it username. Yes, username. I change the actually let me change the font. I make it bold, Times Roman. I give it something like 14. Yes, so I change. Let me increase the font to 18, something like that. Yes, 18. Okay. Okay. So let me position it there. You see, okay. Then I also write here password on the caption name. Password. Still I also change the font according to what I need. Bold, I made that one to be at 18. Make it 18. I used Times New Roman. I create that similarity. Okay. 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 So I've positioned my text in that way. Then after positioning them in that way, I can add what we call a text box. Yes, a text box. I increase its size a little for the username, and also put another one for the password. Yes, for the password I increase. Let me make them a little bit bigger. Okay. Okay, so I change, I make sure that anything I type here, it's New Times Roman, and it has to be bold with the font size 18 still. Yes, also the same applies to this to create uniformity. Bold, New Times Roman, so make it a 14. Yes. Okay. 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 Then what's next? What's next? Let me create uniformity. Yes. I reduce this by a little. Okay. I can change the little bit. Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to add a button. This is a button. I put there my button. Okay. What do I want it to be? To do login. Let me give it a caption name of login. 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 Let the background color, should we leave it at that, or we can change it a little bit, yeah, something like that. So okay, let me give it this color. Okay, then I change the font to New Times, and the font would be at around 16. Around 16. Yes. Then the forward color, let me give it this. No. It's this. Yes. Okay. So here we have our user login form. Let's try to run it here. Then that's the form. As you see, we can type like ministry, and also the password. Still, let me put password. Then you can log in, but this is not what we need. Here you see, we said that we are going to create a login form, a username, which is this, password, the button, which is this is the button, text box, yes, text box, which is this and this, labels, this and this. So for the password, these words are visible to everyone. So we are going to change the password text box so that it hides the characters. Okay, we want it to hide the characters. So how do you want your characters to appear? Whether you want them to appear in a dot form or an asterisk form. Now when you click on the text box, you scroll down here on the panel. You scroll down the panel. Sorry, on the property window, you look and see password character. Then you put an asterisk, and click enter. Okay. After putting an asterisk, let's try to run it again here and see. Admin, then password. So now you see. So now the characters are hidden. In case you don't want the characters to be hidden in that format, you can still come back here and do some changes. Let's do them. Still down where we put the asterisk, you can put a dot sign. Then let's go back and see. Yes, admin, then password. So what you put there on the password character, that's what exactly will be appearing when you're entering the password. Okay, let me go back and I change it back to the asterisk. Okay, so it will depend on what you need as you asterisk. Okay, alright, so this is our form. When you run it, still see admin, password, see, but login, we have not created a form where we are going to be logging in. Why is it taking in those credentials as it's login? So we are going to create everything together, step by step. Okay, so someone will ask, if I want to run this sheet, do I need to still first go back to the view code and I run it that side? No, we are going to write a simple macro form code that will enable us to run this form. So let's save it. We are not saved, and let's save our work on a desktop. Let's create their folder, new folder. Let's put in documents. Okay, let me put in documents. They could put their new folder. Let's put there history, and we give it VBA as a file name. Because we are writing macro enabled document, so we are going to save our document as a macro document. When you click here, you'll see that a macro enabled workbook. So we are going to save it as a macro, Excel macro enabled workbook. Then we save. So we have saved our sheet. That's why here it has changed to VBA, not XLSM, the extension for macro VBA. Okay, so we have saved our work. Let us close this, that form. We no longer need these, no longer need them. So what we are going to do, we are going to make a create, we are going to create a button, creating a button. We're going to create a button that will enable us run our login form. A button that will enable us run and login our login form. So I told you here on controls, as you see, controls, there's what we have, we call designer mode. We click on the designer mode and then we come to the insert. As I told you, you're going to put an active control. So you click there and come and design a button. Design a button. This button, when you come to properties, you can give this button a caption name. So we are going to call it login capital login, yes, login. Let's give it some vibe. Font style, new Times New Roman, Times Zero New Roman. Make it bold. Okay. The background color still you can change according to what you need. Okay. So right now, when we go out of our design mode and you click on a button, nothing will happen. So what are we going to do to make this button work? Okay, what we are going to do, okay, so we come and we click on the form. Let me put it here. Let me put this button here. So double click on the button to create the coding part. We are going to write a simple code which will help us run this form on a click of the button. Let's write like we are going to code this login form on a click of a button. That's why here it's on a click. So here we can change that on click. You can change them here. So for us, we want a command button on a click. What should happen on a click? So on a click, we want it to okay, we want it to run the login form. So the exact spelling what's here is what we put here. Login dot show don't show false. So that's the simple login. That's the simple code I've written there, and I save it. So on a click of a button, login button don't show false. That's what I've written. Let's try and see whether it will work. Okay, I move this, I click. Yes, it works very well. So that means we no longer need to first go to the Visual Basics development interface. We have just written a simple code to enable us to run this form. Let me see. Okay, then password. So this login button right now is not working, but we are going to add their codes so that this information is captured somewhere. We are going to create a login form, a user registration form, and we shall integrate them so that they work together. So please subscribe to the channel so that we grow. Okay, just the way you see, just click now. We no longer need to go there. Okay, so let me view the code here for you. So this is the code, but you realize that in most cases, whenever we run, let me go back, let me minimize this. Whenever I click on this, the form comes, but behind we still see this big Excel sheet behind. So in case you don't want this Excel also to appear, so that it looks like a standalone application, still you can write a simple code to do that. Let me show you that code, how to do it. Okay, you come back still and enable the design mode. Yeah, you double click here. So here where we wrote our code, you can write another application code like application dot visible. Okay, equal to false. Okay, so this is the application we need. Okay, let me come here on the login form. Let me add something simple. Okay, no, sorry, this is something different. Actually, we shall also look at this, but not now. Not now. Okay, not now. Let me put simple button. Let me put a simple button here. Let me put it here, somewhere here. Okay, let me write a simple code on it. Application dot visible equal to true. put also that simple application, that simple code here. Then let me first change its color to a bit okay. So I save, then I close this, I remove the design mode. So when I click this, so you see it disappears and I remain with only the GUI. So this button I've put it so that it brings it back just in case, but that's why I had to write that simple code so that in case you need it, you can just click there and then it comes back. So we shall continue from there next time. Please subscribe to the channel and we keep on learning more. Thanks.